The Harvard Electricity Policy Group it's a fairly high-level conference-type setting where they bring together senior people in the industry and regulators, both at the state and federal level. And they talk about issues, industry issues, primarily the economics of the issues. And so I built a model, and I actually put some numbers in there so that we were not talking in generalities, but specifics. And what I did was really quite simple. I looked at the value that the customer derives from putting solar panels on his roof. And the value is determined by how much he saves on his electric bill. So if the cost of generating power with the rooftop panels is cheaper than what his retail rate is, there's a saving on his bill every month. And it's those savings that allow him to recover fully recover the investment. And what came out of that was frankly, it shocked me when I did a case study for the typical distributed generation customer with solar panels in Southern California's Edison service territory, somewhere near Los Angeles. Under the ownership option, he invested 16. But of the 16, he immediately got back 30%. So it was a net investment of only around $12,000, $12,500, something like that. And so he got $17,000 back for the $12,000. The same project, if he went with a PPA at this 15% discount, 85% of the utility price, what he got back dropped to around $3,000. So you can see that it's a much, much smaller return. So the leasing company basically is providing value to the customer, no doubt about it, Now, the question that I have to ask is that enough? What the leasing company will typically do is package up these PPAs and sell them off to an investor group on Wall Street. These investors also, they're not going to buy these things unless they're lucrative, unless there's a clear profit margin in it for them. I talked with a friend of mine that's an oil trader on Wall Street just recently, and I described this all to him. And his response was, well, yeah, that sounds reasonable. I mean, nobody's going to invest in that thing until, in something like that, unless they have a nice profit, unless they're guaranteed a nice profit. So to what I thought was an exorbitant profit, he thought was normal.
This is a document that looks like it's addressed to a CEO of a major solar leasing company. So tell me a little bit about what this document says to you.
Yeah, I'm familiar with this document. It's a letter from Stump, he's the chairman of the commission, to the CEO of Solar City. And basically, the letter raises the question of whether Solar City is communicating to its customers in a way that is both confusing and misleading, and which deprives them of the balanced information that they need in order to make informed decisions. He's asking whether Solar City is making this clear, that this is a risky investment, or whether they're leaving the customer with the impression that these savings are guaranteed.